You decided to come back. I'm gonna be honest, I had a feeling that you would after you saw the last video that I did on self-help hacker. It's just for me, if I had someone older than me that says, hey Nick, come here. I wanna tell you all of the life lessons that I've learned that no one was able to teach me when I was younger. And I wish they would have, but no one pulled me aside and told me this stuff. I'd be like, yeah, keep it coming. I want to totally hack this system. It's like if someone came, like for me growing up in the 80s, if someone came, and they did come to me like, hey Nick, I found this code for Mike Tyson's Punch Out where you can skip to this other level like later on. Or like when I got a Game Genie finally, and I was like, oh, I can play Super Mario Brothers 3 and like throw hammers and having jump to the top of the screen, have infinity lives. And see, that's the concept. I want to help you hack your own life. I want to help you. I'm going to give you the cheat codes and help you figure this out. So we've talked about the concept of tribalism and how that holds society back and individuals. The moment changes when we refuse to look down on other people because they have different opinions or views than us, no matter how fundamentally we disagree with them. We've talked about how most people are basic. We've talked about how ultimately our opinions don't matter. We want them to. We give them that power, but they don't have that power. What actually has power and gives us the self-validation is actually helping other people. So I'm being open and honest. What am I getting out of this? Well, one of the things I know that I'm going to be able to help some people out there who can accept my cheat codes for life. So, and some of these things are hard to accept. This one could be challenging, but man, I didn't learn it till 35. I'm a couple months away from turning 39 now. So I've only been living in this reality for a couple of years now. Man, if only the whole time. It's like M. Night Shyamalan movie where he has a twist at the end and someone's like, so here it is, like, you mean the whole time I've been getting offended and letting people disrespect me and hurt my feelings my whole life? But you mean it was my decision the entire time? It was up to me? Why didn't anybody tell me? Well, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you this now. Whatever age you are, you get to learn this now. 100% of the time, it is your decision to be offended, disrespected, for someone to hurt your feeling. It's always your choice. Let's talk about a pen for a second. What we do is we assign emotion to things that don't deserve it. And that's part of most people being basic. I want to help you not be basic. This pen, let's look at this pen. It's blue ink. That's what it looks like. It's what I use to write on my sticky notes for all of my many top video topic ideas for this series. But let's imagine, I think we both agree this is just a pen. It works, it does its job, it's a pen. But let's imagine, I hate you. You're so stupid and you're so selfish and ignorant. You don't know anything. Now imagine if I really felt that way about my pen. I assigned that emotion to it. I wanted to destroy the character of this pen. And then imagine if I threw it against the wall in hopes that it would just explode because I hate this. I want this thing to be destroyed. There's no redemption for this pen. Imagine if I assigned that sort of emotion to this inanimate object. Imagine if I did that. We all agree that would be really silly. It'd be very childish. It'd be insane, actually. So imagine that's what most people do. It's a tragedy, and I'm here to help prevent people from doing that more. Imagine this, your whole life, the way that you perceive the world. Imagine there is a breaker box, there's a unit here. Right, you ever click them over? You turn them on, right? See, we're born with all these breakers on. The reality is, we don't need most of them. We don't need, if these are emotional breakers, if it's has anything to do with how we spend our time and energy and emotions and thoughts, we can deal with most of these being off and only function with a few of them on, assigning emotion. So this pen, it doesn't deserve any emotion to be assigned to it, but yet most people will assign emotion to things and other people that don't deserve that sort of emotion. Have you seen the song that I recently featured here on this channel? It's called I Feel Like You Want Me to Care. That's exactly what that song is about. Is the concept that we, by default, give other people People that we don't even like and don't actually respect, we give those people power over our emotions. Yes, you heard that right. So this is a person you don't even like, you don't respect, but yet you give them emotional control over you to get upset. You get upset and hurt over someone you don't even like or respect. You give them that power. No, but Nick, they made me feel this way. No one can make you feel any way without you giving them consent over your emotions. It's always up to you how you feel. So let's just flesh this out a little bit more. I live in the Nashville, Tennessee area, and if you live here, you know how it is. Part of our culture is commuter culture. It's the roads. It's everything's bottleneck. It's going to take a long time to get anywhere. But imagine a person gets out on the highway. Actually, they're going in Nashville. Reality, you go through all these back roads just to get there. So you're going down the road, and then someone pulls out in front of you, and you better believe the person who's going to pull out in front of you is also the person who's going to start going slow all of a sudden, passive aggressive. There they go. So imagine for the next 15 minutes, your blood pressure is going up. You're getting angry at this person. Now, they may or may not know how you feel, but it's starting to ruin your day now. It's only 7:45, but your day's ruined because of this other person. You're assigning them emotion and they don't deserve it. Most people and most things that we designate emotion to, they don't deserve it. And therefore it wastes our time. It wastes our life. Our time is our life. Our life is our time. So to spend emotion on people and things that don't deserve it, to think, man, I don't like that guy. I don't like that person. They really annoy me. They rub me the wrong way. So then every time you see them, you have to get emotional about it. What if you were to say, breaker switch, turn it off? Because they don't deserve it. It's a matter of realizing which breakers actually need to be on. Very few of them. Even when it comes to people affecting us emotionally, it's a matter of how few people actually should have that privilege to affect us emotionally. The saying goes that we hurt the people the most, the ones that we love. You hurt the people that they love the most, however you say it. And that makes sense to me. It makes sense that for some people, a select few, you're going to allow yourself to emotionally be engaged. But even then, to a certain degree, it's still that we can become easily offended if we allow it. And what's funny is, so much of our motivation as human beings in this society in the 2020s, we want to feel validated. We want to feel important, that we matter. So we leave it up to other people to determine that for us, especially on social media. These people that, yeah, you went to high school with them or whatever a long time ago, but you're going to leave it up to that person to validate your identity and purpose? Or some random person who leaves a comment on the internet to determine that for you? Only a few certain people should be able to, that you give that control emotionally to. And even then, it should be very limited. Otherwise, just imagine the person that gets offended about anything. It's not a very strong person. What we are looking for, as we're looking for this validation from other people, we're ultimately wanting respect from other people. But we can't respect a person who falls apart because someone implied that they're incapable. Maybe they were just joking, who cares? Now, I do say that almost always when someone says, well, I'm going to say always, I say anytime someone says something to another person that's destructive instead of constructive, it's a reflection of that own person who leaves the comment, says the comment. They're insecure, they're incompetent, and typically they're revealing the exact thing that they're feeling insecure about. So therefore they just say, they're like, oh, hey, I'm really insecure and incompetent about this one thing. So, oh, I think you might be too. Let me rope you into this right here. And then you can, now we're shackled together in this thing because I'm going to emotionally affect you. See, most people are basically, and they'll allow that to happen. Don't allow that to happen anymore. I'm not saying have no emotions, definitely have emotions. Emotions matter, they mean something. But we don't need to assign emotion to most things that we do. It should be very minimal, because the thing is, we respect people who are in control of their own emotions. People that are cool can handle themselves. Yes, if something's sad, they're going to cry. If something good happens, they're going to be happy. They are in touch with their emotions. But most of the emotions, they don't give control to. Now, I'm not saying that they're repressing them, but in the same way, I don't care about having an emotional opinion, a reaction to this pen. That's how I am about most things. You get to determine who offends you, who disrespects you. You get to determine who angers you. What if you decided that they're not worth it? I mean, that's great, they're another human being and they matter in the world, but they're not worthy of my emotions. I shouldn't give them the keys to my emotions. There's still a few on. Most of them are off. Your comments belong right here. And keep in mind, angry, destructive comments meant to tear other people down. A reflection of your own insecurity. What I'm looking for, the people who I will actually engage with, those who are emotionally intelligent enough to carry on this conversation, or maybe even share your own story. That's what this is about. Human connection, raising our emotional intelligence level, and not being basic like most people are. Comments right here.